I bought this Lenovo Yoga 7i to find out how much of a laptop you can get for $800 in 2022. Just look at it. You can bend, flip, touch, work, play, edit, even watch a movie upside down. It has brand spanking new Intel 12th Gen processor inside. That one is on par with Apple Macbook. That is also around $800 these days. The screen bends in any position you want. Even if you're weird like me and tap like this, bend even more into a sawhorse position for the ultimate media consumption. Like cooking shows, it becomes an iPad with a stand. Flip it all the way, now it's an iPad. You can even draw if you into something like that. What a wonderful idea, one device to rule them all. Wrong. The two-in-one design, laptop, tablet, comes with major drawbacks. First, it's not a tablet, it runs Windows. Not a single app knows you're in tablet mode. The system becomes extremely difficult to navigate if you're in the wrong place. Look! You have to change scale and settings if you don't want to miss a menu item. On top of that, the exhaust vent is right where your hand is. It'd be okay if not for Intel i5. Chip gets hot and the cooling fan has to dissipate the heat somewhere. 41C is a little too warm for your hand. Speaking of too warm, design gets 8 out of 10. It's a little too heavy and exhaust fan position is just quite terrible. Let's talk performance. Intel 12th Gen U series of processors are mobile variants of the desktop variant. Mobile features 2 performance cores and 8 efficient cores, where desktop has 6 performance and 4 efficient. Apple M1 has similar hybrid architecture. Premiere Pro, Lenovo finished in 1 minute and 55 seconds, and desktop 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Lenovo needed to be plugged in for the best results, but wait, export time could be misleading because most of the time you spend editing the video. Here's timeline responsiveness and drop frames during the playback. I wonder what Blender results for 3D and graphics designers are. Oh, and for my hardcore gamers, Call of Duty Warzone doesn't run. That's 8 gigs of RAM for you. Fall Guys does work though. You get 60 FPS on this laptop. Performance score is 4 out of 10. Intel Xe graphics in this laptop is slacking behind 2-year-old Apple M1.
Sheesh. The screen.
Even if gaming is not its virtue, the productivity could be. For photo and video editors, the screen is decently accurate. However, it needs to be calibrated. As any other company, they need to sell you product, even if it's a dog poop. That's why, out of the box, the colors are a little oversaturated to attract you to buy. After calibration, sRGB color space has 100% of coverage. 99% of us working and watching this video in sRGB color space, so results are good. Resolution of this 14-inch screen is 2240 by 1400, which is 189 pixels per inch, which is not as good as MacBook's 60%. Anyway, the screen is good. It's nice. You see pixels. You don't see pixels. You don't see pixels. It's not the brightest display though. Only 300 nits. What does it mean? Out in the sun, it's hard to make out the cringe content you're watching. Indoors, no problem. Yeah, that happened. Touchscreen is no iPad. Could be a touch more responsive. Get it? The touch response. Anyway, screen gets 7 out of 10 score. Ergonomics wise, this thing is fine. The keyboard is a bit mushy with a short travel. Get used to it. It has Windows Hello using the camera to log in with the schnauzer. The trackpad is a bit underwhelming. It's quite spacious, but I absolutely hate this thing. Just look at it. Press here, it's fine. Press near the hinge, there's no travel. The right side is the right click of the mouse, where it could be just gesture based. Port selection is good. 1 USB-A, 2 USB-C Thunderbolt, 4 ports, headphone jack, full-size HDMI 2.0 so you can drive 4K worth of content on external monitor. The camera quality is 720p. The mic quality is crap. Now this is the crappiest video and mic quality of Lenovo Yoga 7i. If you think I'm pooping on this, I'm not. This is normal. It's ridiculous. This is the camera and mic quality of Macbook Air M1. Now the most important part, reliability. I'm not talking about how many times you can open and close the screen before it breaks. I'm talking about the components. Number one thing that fails on laptop is the CPU. One day you press the power button and there is nothing but the black screen. Happened to me once or twice. Typically, chips break from poor power delivery or from heat cycles. With the temperature changes, the chip shrinks and then expands. Shrink, then expands like your mom. Sorry about that. Underneath the chip, there are balls. The balls can crack and lose contact. The design of this laptop is somewhat modular. Want to replace the fan? Easy. Want to upgrade the SSD? Easy. CPU package has both CPU and chipset on the same substrate. More energy efficient, but it makes the packaging super big. That's what she said. Underneath the chip, there are balls that can crack. More balls, more problem. VRM is important to deliver clean energy to the CPU. They're made by quality manufacturer AOS and rated for 34 amps, so they're good. Reliability gets 4 out of 10. Even though the system is somewhat modular, the chip itself is a little too big. One thing to note is 8 gigs of memory. I opened a web page and I saw 90% usage. If you need to open 2 web pages, don't even try, man. Again, you can option for 16 gig model, but you gotta pay, which is worth it. Sag. Storage, on the other hand, is pretty good. 512 gigs are plenty. It's very fast for a small burst of transfer. Speakers? Oh my god, they're terrible. There's no... You can spec up for Yoga 9i and get the soundbar, but again, it's more money. Battery life is a complete trash compared to M1 MacBook, but around 6 hours of real-world use gets the job done. And have your Lenovo Yoga 7i plugged in, you pepega. The value you get is 8 out of 10 for sure. Total George laptop score is 31 out of 50. But I know what you came for. Is it better than Apple? No, buy Apple. I'm just getting Windows, yay.